Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Ames Weather Forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. I was actually somehow able to find time to upload before everybody got to my house, and I'm just glad I actually found time, guys. So if you guys want to watch this, this is gonna be an August forecast, so it's gonna be going on the next 4 weeks. Really detailed forecast. But yeah, guys, I won't be able to post any more today, or I'll have to post later tomorrow too, because people are going to be staying at my house a bit later tomorrow too. But guys, if you guys want to see more videos like these, please give this video a like, so it lets me know that you guys want more monthly forecasts. Also, be sure to share this channel for anyone that you think will love my content. And also be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel if you'd like daily forecast. But yeah, if you guys want to know what's going to be happening in August and what to expect, that'll come right up. Alright, everyone, we're going to be looking at the National Weather Service just for you guys just are aware what's happening out here. I know this is not really August forecast if we do this, but we just want to look out here. We will be seeing some air quality alerts out here for the Texas area, so just be careful. The air quality might not be so good for those people who don't have the best, or people who have asthma. Also, we have flash flood watches in effect for Nevada and California, because we're actually going to have quite a lot of rain with this monsoon and the monsoon season, and then again for the parts of the Colorado and New Mexico. We're also going to see red flag warnings in effect for Oregon and Montana, and also lake wind advisory in effect for these areas of Montana. So if you live near the lake and all that, we will be seeing some excessive heat watches in effect for the northern or north central part of California. That's where we talked about yesterday, this incredibly dangerous heat, and there's some excessive heat watches out there for more central California and possibly the coastal areas. And then for scattered areas, we will be seeing some flood warnings and flood advisories. So those are the advisories right now. Now we're going to be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook, because this goes from August 1st to August 7th. So it's perfect because it's the first whole week of August, so it's good to know. So we will be seeing some below average temperatures out here for the south central there. For the Tennessee Valley, we'll be seeing some slightly below average temperatures, not really a whole lot. You won't really see the difference out here. It's probably only be a degree or two. And then we will be seeing those warm temperatures start to take over the East Coast again, like last week. We'll be seeing extremely warm temperatures actually for the New England area. That's you can feel. So for southern Florida, let me actually circle it. Southern Florida and the New England area, that's where we can see the warmest temperatures so far for the East Coast. And then for the Mid-Atlantic coast, that's where we can see slightly above average temperatures. And then we have another huge area for parts of the central part of the country to the west. We have a huge area that's for the northern plains through the Four Corners and the Midwest. That's where we can have slightly below average temperatures here. And then we have the second shade of orange. That's where we can see up to 2 to 3 degrees above average there. In effect for parts of the west coast there, again, it's still going to be above average, and for parts of the central plains. And then we will be seeing possibly up to 3 to 4 degrees above average out here for the southern plains and the south central. So guys, just be careful with this heat. Oops, wrong one. So now we're going to be looking at the 3 to 4 week outlook. So this is going to go all the way to the 16th of August. So again, mine is, I agree with this. This is the next 4 weeks. I agree with this forecast somewhat. Mine is similar to this, but it's a bit different because I agree, but also have some differences. We do have some drier conditions for August for the New England area, some drier conditions for the south central, and for the parts of the west coast. And also, guys, I need you guys to understand that this is not going to be like this every single day of August. This is just going to be a general rounding it all up. So not every day is going to be like this. You might see some wetter conditions one week, but it's just all with all the 4 weeks combined, it's at an average. And then we will be seeing some above average precipitation. Let me actually do that again. We will be seeing some above average precipitation for many of the areas of the central plains out there to the western part of the country. So all the way from Memphis to parts of Helena, Montana. That's where we can see some really wet conditions. If we go the temperature wise, we will be seeing the East Coast go all the way to West Coast. So we will be seeing coast to coast above average temperatures. We will be seeing all the way from Maine through the southeast, south central. So it's basically that jet stream that dips down there. It's going to be stopping. It's like the ridge. It's going to be stopping right here and keeping that warm air there for a long time. And that's what's going to be good for these areas in the plains. They will finally get their below average temperatures for a long time. So they will be cool and wet, which is actually some nice conditions out there. So now we're going to be looking at some radar, but I'm not going to be starting from today because this is an August forecast. I'm going to be starting this radar from July 31st, so you guys don't have to watch all of this for the next week since we've already covered next week. So July 1st, or sorry, not July 1st, August 1st, we can actually see some rain showers out there for some of the areas of East Coast there. So if any of you guys have open house, I have open house on August 1st. You will be expecting some heavy rain showers, especially for the East Coast or the Northeast. That's where you can experience some rain showers. And then this monsoon will bring in some heavy rain out there for the Southwest. Finally going to get some precipitation. It's been a long time since that happened. And then the 2nd of August, we will be seeing some scattered rain showers for the plains. And then for the East Coast, again, this is not going to be super duper accurate based on how far it is. And then on the 3rd of August, that's where we actually, guys, on the 3rd of August, we can see our first pink color. Guys, that's freezing rain. We can finally see that, and that's in northern Canada. So that is a sign that fall's coming. And then the 3rd of August, we will be seeing some heavy rain showers out there for the Dakotas. We can actually see some severe weather there. And then that will be bringing some heavy rain for the Lake Ontario. So that's the basically radar. I don't want to go too far. I'll actually just go on for the next couple of days there. For the 27th of August, we will be seeing some heavy rain out there for the northeast. And then by the 31st, we will be seeing some rain showers out there for the Ohio Valley. So that's just a quick area of this week. Now we're going to be looking at the temperature anomaly. This we will look at for the next 10 days because a lot of you guys are concerned about this. So for today, we will be seeing possibly the coldest area out here just on the Mississippi River. Right here is where we can see up to 7 degrees below average. And then again, many of the areas to the East Coast will reach 4 degrees below average. And then we will be seeing these warmer temperatures start to go back into the northern plains again. So Minnesota is going to be having up to 6 degrees above average again. It's not going to be too great. By the next 3 days, so the 28th of July, we will be seeing some colder conditions for the southeast there. But you need to enjoy this. I know it's only like 2 to 3 degrees below average. You won't really feel it. But you need to keep that in mind, that this huge warm wave is going to be heading your way. So just enjoy the cold while it lasts. And then we will be seeing 7 degrees below average out there for the Montana area. And then the warm air, we actually will see some polar blast early to 30th of August. We will be seeing 10 degrees below average out there for southern Canada and northern Minnesota. And then we will be seeing up to 7 to 8 degrees below average for much of Minnesota and the Dakotas. That will actually bring in some very cold temperatures for parts of Wisconsin there. And then we will be having that will be a cold wave for only the Midwest and the plains. That won't affect the southeast or the central plains. The central plains will be getting affected by up to 9 degrees above average, so it's not going to be too great to enjoy. And then it will be bringing some cold temperatures out. That this cold wave will be start to fall apart by the 3rd of August. But at 3rd of August, it will bring some colder conditions for the New England area and also for the Midwest. And then look at the plains, or look at the central plains, guys. That's going to be really warm up there. Going to get to 8 degrees above average again. And then by the 4th of August, we will be seeing this huge warm air just stay put into the central part of the country there. Now, the last thing we're actually going to be looking at is the precipitation. If you guys are wondering why this video is actually going really, really fast, it's because I really don't have a huge amount of time to make this 20-minute video, so I'm going to be cutting it down a little bit. But the precipitation, we will only be seeing not a whole lot. We might not even get more than 4 inches in the next couple of days. That's actually how dry it's going to be here. But again, we will be seeing some above average precipitation for the plains for the next 4 weeks there. But we will be seeing very dry conditions out here for the plains. Some very, very dry conditions out here for the west. 0 inches, not even 0.01. But we will be seeing the most amount of rain out here off the Florida coast. We will be seeing, expect 3 inches. And then expect about 3 inches there for the Dakotas too. And then we will be seeing maybe 2 inches at least, or at most, for the southeast coast. But again, not a whole lot of rain for the northeast, maybe at most an inch there for the New Hampshire area. We're not gonna have too much rain from the monsoon season yet. We will be seeing up to 3 inches for some areas in the Colorado Rockies, but not a whole lot of rain out here for the country. But we will soon, very soon, see a lot of rain out here for the plains. Very soon. So that's just something to look forward to. So now, guys, we're going to be looking at my forecast that I made last night. Alright, everybody. So we're actually going to be looking at the forecast I made last night. I actually stayed up to 2 a.m. making these maps, so it's kind of crazy because I was not expecting to do my August forecast this early. I was actually going to do it the 29th of July. So this is going to be the precipitation map. So we will be expecting below average precipitation. Oh, again, that color never works. We will be expecting, We will be expecting below average precipitation out here for the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Like I said, it is going to be similar to the 3 to 4 week outlook, but I do believe that the dry conditions could go a bit more south into the plains, or sorry, not the plains, into the North Carolina and Virginia area. I think that's where it can dip down a little bit, and I think it can actually affect some areas into Philadelphia too, because the 3 to 4 week outlook only shows the New England area. But I think it should go down a little bit to the south there and potentially affect some areas in Canada, but we're not going to be coloring that in. And then I do agree with the 3 spots of dry areas that I do with them. I do have the drier conditions out here for the south central too, and a little bit of the west. I do have it going a little bit more to the north. I do expect southern Colorado to expect these drier conditions, but I think we should have a lot of more rain up to the north. But we'll be seeing a lot of the western Louisiana, all of Texas, parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. We will be expecting some dry conditions again. This is for the whole month in general. Not going to be like this every single day. And then we will be expecting a third area of dry conditions for the country out there into the west coast. So for parts of Oregon, Northern California, Northern Nevada, and Idaho. I do actually have it going a bit more north too. The 3 to 4 week outlook stops right here, but I think it should go a bit more north. And it was actually kind of like this, but I think it should go a bit more north towards the Seattle area. Could expect somewhat some drier conditions compared to the past couple years. And then I do believe we could see above average precipitation again. I do agree with this one for the central plains and northern plains, and for parts of the Midwest. I do agree with this, but I do have it extending a bit more to the west. I do believe all of Wyoming can be like this, but the NOAA does not. But I do have a lot of areas in this green. This is actually above average, not slightly below average, or not slightly above average, but above average. And then we will be expecting that from all the way to Illinois, for the Ozarks, all the way to the most eastern part of Idaho. So if you're in this green, you could expect a lot of precipitation for the next couple of weeks. So now we're going to be looking at my we're going to be looking at my temperature anomaly. Let me move this just a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to be looking at a temperature anomaly. So if you look at the colors, you'll see we will be seeing slightly but above average temperatures for much of the East Coast. And I do agree with this with the areas of the next 3 to 4 week outlook. I do believe the warm temperatures will be in the New England area, dipping to the south, to the southeast, getting to the south central, and then going back up into the West Coast. I do believe that will happen. If you are in the first shade of orange, that's when you can expect slightly above average temperature. So that first shade, so the lightest orange, all the way from Buffalo to Atlanta to New Orleans, all the way to Seattle, you can expect slightly above average temperatures. So now the second shade of orange, that's where you can see above average temperatures. So that's an effect for 2 areas, the northeast and for parts of the southwest. I do expect to have above average temperatures in general for the Las Vegas area, for San Francisco, and for Los Angeles for this August, just in general, not every single day. And I do expect to have the warmest conditions this August, I do expect to have the warmest conditions out here into the New England area. I do expect that's the third shade of orange, or that's actually red. That's way above average temperatures, and I do expect that for the Northeast. But again, it's going to change a lot, but I do expect that for now. And then we looked at the above average. So now we can actually see in the first shade of blue, that's where we can actually see slightly below average temperatures. So that's actually going to be from Missouri, Iowa, through the Dakotas, all the way to Idaho, and then back around. So it's just going to be the central part of the country, really, that's going to be seeing this. And then for below average, the second shade of blue, that's where you can expect below average. So that's going to be an effect for Nebraska, northern Colorado, Kansas, and South Dakota and Nebraska. So now we're going to be looking at my general forecast now. Let me move this a bit more. So this is my general forecast. So let's start from the south. So, and if you are in this pink color, that's where I do expect some tropical concerns. I know it's not going to go all the way north, but for like tropical storms, could go up there like Barry. But we could have some tropical concerns for much of the mid-Atlantic, through the southeast coast, and especially for the Gulf of Mexico. I do believe we can actually have a lot of tropical concerns here, and then I even actually have Florida there, because I believe we can have somewhat another one that goes like this. I do expect that. So again, if you're in the pink, you are for tropical concerns. Again, not for hurricanes, but just maybe some tropical storms or some tropical weather. And then for this orange, for the New England area, all the way in this little line right here. I know it's really hard to see. That's why I'm drawing it out. If you are in this orange, you are warm and dry. I didn't put it there because I put it here, but they're the same color, so that's where you can expect warm and dry. If you are in the red color, so that's actually where we're gonna have some severe weather outbreaks. That's where you can expect some severe weather outbreaks. So some strong severe weather could be possible in these areas for August. So I have actually parts of the Appalachian Mountains. I really do think the Chicago and Milwaukee and Des Moines area can really see some more storms out here for August. And I do have Oklahoma and Kansas. I do have the Tornado Alley in there for some severe weather, all the way through Louisiana. So if you're actually in between the pink and the red, if you're in between those, you can actually expect some tropical concerns and severe weather this month. So it's going to be crazy. If you're in the green, like always, the green is wet. So if you are in the wet or the green, that's where you can see above average temperatures. I just put wet, so it wasn't really too complicated. So for southern Montana, through Salt Lake City, through Denver, through the northern part of Texas, through Wichita, and Lincoln, Nebraska. So if you're in the green, you'll be expecting above average precipitation. And then if you're in the blue, you could have some cold blasts this August, like the one at the end of July and the beginning of August. That's where we could see a cold blast. The first one, really, for Detroit, for parts of Green Bay, for Minneapolis, the Dakotas, and Wyoming and Montana. We could have some cold blasts, and then we could see warm and dry conditions for much of the southern part of the country here, through Texas, all the way through the west coast there. So yeah, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and bye guys.